Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to oyaturadio.net and Soul to Soul podcast. Um, Good evening. I'm so glad you guys are here tuning in again. I want to remind you guys to go subscribe on YouTube to Soul podcast so that you can catch this entire episode later this week when it comes out. I want to do a disclaimer before we get started. We usually talk about, sometimes we'll talk about trauma, depression, anxiety, even suicide at times. So, if at any time you feel like you need to take a break, please do so. For anyone who may be currently struggling right now with depression, with anxiety, or substance abuse, if you're feeling suicidal, please dial 911 or 988. There's someone there to talk to you, there's someone there to help, and we love you. So, welcome. Today, we have a really cool guest. Today, I'm excited for you guys to hear the story behind the laughter. His name is Drew Martinez. Drew,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you for having me. Hey, that was a great introduction for everything. I loved it.
Oh, thank
That
you.
was nice. Very nice.
That's what Victor said last time too. I was like, oh,
I don't know who Victor is, but that's good.
that was my last guest.
Oh, nice. All right, Victor. Victor knows then.
Victor knows.
Victor
I'm like,
knows.
oh, yeah, thank you.
I'm just kidding. But yeah.
Drew,
What's going on? How are
welcome.
you? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you were able to come by
Yeah.
because
no,
you are a busy young man.
busy, but I'll make the time.
You
know,
do. You work hard.
I do. I appreciate
I
that.
see you, what
Thank
you're
you.
doing out there.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want people to know,
Talk
to
to
get
me.
to know you. Who are you, right? But we're going to go back, Drew.
Dang. Back.
We're going to go back to when you were a little boy. What was it like growing up? We want to know how Drew was when he was little.
Dang, little Drew. He had silver teeth, I'll tell you that much. Huh?
Did he really?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man.
No, am I
Sil-
sitting
I'm a
next to two little silver teeth boys?
Yeah. There we go. Hey,
Okay,
those are the most fun kids, though.
you know what? They are.
Come on.
Oh, they
you
are.
know, they don't make them like that no more. You never see a silver tooth kid anymore. They're like rare. When you see
They are
them,
rare.
when you see them, like, oh my gosh, you're fun.
They have.
Keep it up. You're getting all F's. Keep it up.
Ah, Drew. So were you always this funny when you were little?
I don't know. I feel like I was always like a clown. So I guess, I've always like tried to like make everyone laugh in general. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was always cool with everyone a lot. I would say I was very daring, very daring. But it was always like fun times to be around. Like if people can go back and say, what do you remember about little Drew?
Yeah.
They would probably be like, annoying, loud, obnoxious. All the like degrading,
That's so sad.
but at the same time, they never said he was not funny. Hey, you guys got to pay attention to the
Oh, look
the
at that.
in between, the little in between.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they would laugh, but they hated that they laughed. You know what I mean? So it was
Right.
like,
So you paid attention to the reaction for sure, and you're like,
right.
yeah, you call me all of that, but I can make you laugh.
Yes. So it didn't really faze me the fact that they're calling me these names because
Yeah.
it was like their reaction was laughing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would snitch on me, but they were laughing. You know what I mean? Yeah, but
Tell me about school, though. What kind of kid were you at school? Like, were you a straight A student?
no. I
No.
didn't start getting good grades until like middle school, but I used to be on like I would say concentration pills they call them. Like it was like pills to like calm
For
you down.
ADHD?
Right,
Okay.
exactly. So I had that
So you had ADHD pretty badly as a little
Yeah.
kid.
oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, Drew.
Yeah.
But you know what? I actually love working with ADHD brains because they're so creative.
Yeah. Very creative,
Right?
right? Oh, very
Anyways,
creative.
Yeah. So.
No, definitely.
So you were on medication from what grade to what grade?
6 to like junior year.
Did it help you?
Yeah.
It does.
But
yeah.
but it did have side effects with like I
Sure.
wouldn't eat. That's
Yeah.
all. So I would be good it would feel like I was full the whole day, to be honest. And
Yeah.
and then I would eat at like 7 o'clock
Yeah.
at night.
That was
So
the only
I would never
down
eat.
part, right?
Yeah,
But it helped you actually get through school.
100%. You know what I mean? Focus, because I couldn't do that. It was like very
Right.
difficult for me to like just sit there and like focus.
I'm so glad you're talking about that, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why? Because often, like, I've gotten patients, and like when I used to work with kiddos,
Yeah.
and the parents were very, very against putting them on medication. And so after a while, what happens with ADHD is they start to get like really depressed and really
Right.
anxious because they're failing. And so they start thinking they're not smart or what
Right.
have you. And it's just a focus problem, right?
Right. I think it's crazy you bring that
Yeah.
up. That the failure part is that my parents were basically like this with it. I don't want to do that. My dad was like, we shouldn't.
Right.
My mom was like, oh, I don't know, maybe And I think one day we were driving home. We're gonna get a little dark here. No, I'm just kidding. But we were driving home,
Bring it.
and like my brother got his grades and I got my grades, and like my mom was like cheering out, like, "Oh my gosh!" Looked to my brother like, "You got all A's and B's, great!" And then like I looked at my mom, I was like, "You never say any of that to me." And then that time right there, she was like, "We need to put him on. Like, I'm calling the doctor. We gotta put him on
It
just to
was
try
that.
it." Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She's
ever since
like-
then, I got like all B's, straight like A minuses. Like it's like it just went from a jump, which was crazy.
That's a great
Yeah.
story because I think it's hopeful for kiddos who really are struggling because of ADHD. So
Right.
thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
Thank you for
no.
being so open about
And I think
that.
it's harder now. I feel like
Why?
just with like social media
Oh.
is like intact with like we didn't have social media,
Right.
So our social media was like we gotta run home to the computer, the software, the MySpace, all that. Like we gotta wait till we get home. So it was almost
Yes.
like we're disciplined in a sense to get our social media. Unless you were doing it, sometimes you would just not even get home till like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock because you were out with your boys, you were traveling, like going from city to city. At least the Silvertooth kids were.
No,
You know what I mean?
you're right. I was all over
attest
the
to that.
We were out. That's just
I can
people were
attest, yeah.
out. You know what I mean? Like they were never home.
the silver tooth.
So you know what I mean? We're a community. I'll tell you that much.
Gang, right? 17 gang.
So yeah, I think that's just adding social media is
It
like
does.
it's a very big factor right now. They're trying to be
Yeah.
cool. They're trying to do this. They don't know what they want to be.
Well, I read an article where they're talking about like having more live events and people actually leaving their phones
Yeah.
at the entrance because people are really losing connection. So they really want to connect.
That's good.
So getting rid of the phones, like we're gonna go back to old times, like
Yeah.
1850s. Like we're gonna want to
Like, we're gonna
unite
have
and
to-
make our own bread.
Right. We're literally gonna have to bring what we learned as like in
Yeah.
school as like give me your phones to the adult life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like give me your phones.
Yeah.
You're not. You're on timeout with your phone.
Yeah, like
And like we need that.
honestly, and I when I think about that, honestly, I'm like, I would go to a place like that
Right.
and
Right.
I'd leave it for 2 hours.
Because there's
That's cool.
millions of people that feel the same exact way you feel. Millions.
Right.
Millions. And they don't,
So
you
those
don't know
are-
how to express it because there's not a club for it. To be like, hey, I just want to. Because if you think about it,
Just
you could
wanna-
do that anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just go to a place, drive, and leave your phone at home. But who does
No,
that?
you won't.
Right.
We won't.
Because there's going to be no one like you there.
Right.
Everyone's going to be a phone. So why would you do it? So that's why it only takes a little like club. Like, you start a little club, it could be a big event. Then it can
Yes.
go,
Yeah.
people travel.
That's gonna be a big business.
Yeah, you'll never find those people. So if they die, so. I'm just kidding. And they were off a cliff, no phones. They haven't been found for 20 days.
Oh my gosh, Drew.
But yeah.
Okay, but so bringing it back,
Mm-hmm.
bringing it back to your childhood. Tell me a little bit more about how you grew up, like with your parents. What was that like?
My parents.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we were mama's boys, all of us.
Oh,
Because she had all boys. So she was all three boys.
same here.
There it
That's
is.
like
you know?
my husband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
I think
three
I
boys.
told you, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
I was the youngest, so she was always like, but you know what? She did have a fine line of discipline, respect, work hard, and just always like that. So my dad was always like a straight, like he was a probation officer at home and off the clock. I mean, sorry, off the clock and on the clock. You know what I mean? So
Oh, he couldn't separate those two. He was
no,
always,
and we're
yeah.
being like a kid like me, so he was like, you're just like the kids I deal with. You know what I mean? So it was just like, but at the same time, I played sports, so it was like he had a lead. I would say I had like a little edge with him because he knew I wasn't like a trouble kid like that. I was just trouble in the classroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't
Right.
like outside doing anything like hanging with gang members or anything like that. I was always playing ball,
And it
playing
wasn't
sports.
even that you were troubled in the
Yeah.
classroom. It was just that you had attention deficit hyperactivity
Right.
disorder.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
But at that time,
but
no
that's
one
what gets labeled.
Right, exactly. And at that time, it was like I feel it was almost embarrassing to have.
It was.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think even like for depression medication,
stigma,
like
right?
when I
Yeah.
went on it, it was like,
No
Well,
one can know.
Yeah.
don't tell anybody
Exactly.
the stigma, and then
Don't
you,
tell anyone I'm on pills.
and then you-
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Especially in our culture, right?
Yeah.
especially
They don't
with our
believe in it.
culture, they
Yeah.
don't believe. Yeah,
No, he's fine. Don't worry about it.
Nope.
We don't believe in that
He's
garbage.
gonna
Get
grow out
through
of
it.
it.
Get through it.
yeah. Well,
you
you
know.
know, yeah. I mean, speaking on that, and we'll go back to your childhood. What do you think about therapy?
I haven't got
We're
to
gonna
that
jump
point.
all over the place.
You know what? I haven't got to that point yet. Have I thought about it? Yeah, of course. Maybe I'll get to in a couple 10 years, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you
know,
don't feel you
yeah,
need it, and
yeah.
that's fine. So, how do you cope?
I think through laughter.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, I just and I think through having a drive, for me at least, you know, having a purpose in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like now, also being a dad, it's like you have a purpose in life. And even before my daughter, it was like more like I need to do something. Like I have to have that label. And I think coming back from my childhood, I think that was labeled in me very young because it was a sense of a pressure on me. Like you're not gonna just sit here at home and do nothing. You're gonna either go to school or you're gonna get a job. Like, and it was either or. And I didn't want to go to school, so I'd rather work. You know, and so I had 2 jobs at one point.
You're
You
always
know.
very hardworking. Yeah,
Yeah,
very good work ethic. I could tell.
You're right. At one point, I was because I used to work at In-N-Out in Pasadena and Chick-fil-A at the same time.
Oh,
So
That's intense.
it was legit. Like I would ride the train from Azusa to Pasadena, and then I would get off in scooter, and like on my pedal scooter, and all the way to either Pasadena for the Chick-fil-A, and then I go from like 6 a.m. to like 2, and then from 3 to like 11, I would go to In-N-Out. And then I would get back on the train and do it all over again every day.
that was your thing.
For a little bit, yeah. And then I was kind of like, you know, like when you start getting into something, I was always like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. Okay, now I went to like HVAC, you know what I mean? So then I started going to like, okay, maybe I want to work with my hands, you know?
Yeah.
So then I was like, yeah, no, very quick. I think with HVAC and very like technical stuff, I feel like if you don't know it, if you're not already built into it, it's very hard to catch on to it as far as like, here, you went to the trade school and now get out there and do it.
Oh,
you know
I
what I mean?
see.
It's very different from on the job and trade school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and people don't like that you're not up to par.
Experienced.
Right.
And
They're like, why are you bringing me this guy?
well-integrated. Yeah,
you
sure.
know? So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? So that's when I found the office job. But yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I went like everywhere right now.
No, that's totally fine. So how did you get into? You were always funny. You said, right?
Class clown always.
Did you get class clown
Always.
in high school?
At one point, they couldn't give it to me because they already knew like I was the funniest, and they just told me,
Are
"We'll
you
get."
serious? They robbed you.
Yeah, they told me I'll give you most talkative. I said I'll take it.
Something, right?
Get me on the board at least.
Which high school? What do you mind talking? where
Yeah,
you
no,
grew
no.
up?
I
Yeah.
went to so freshman year, I went
Uh-huh.
to Salesian High School in Boyle Heights.
Okay. Oh, boy, nice.
Yeah, then I went there for a little bit of sophomore year, and then I transferred to Mark Keppel in San Gabriel, Monterey Park. And then I stayed there for a year, and then I transferred another year to Cantwell, Sacred Heart of Mary in Montebello.
Oh.
And then I finished off there my junior and senior year.
So you transferred quite a few times.
Very.
Was
few
that
times.
because you were a silver tooth kid?
No, it was for basketball actually. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it was for
okay.
sports.
So you played. Tell me all the sports that you've played.
Just well, when I was young, I tried everything. Very young.
Nice.
You know, my dad was like, "You're gonna do everything." So it was like soccer, baseball, and basketball. I never did football. Only in middle school, like flag and stuff like that. I always wanted to play, but never. And then once it starts getting to serious, like, and they want me to focus on one sport, it was basketball.
Okay, so it
So
was
if, like from
basketball.
8th grade, I dared stop. I was like the only sport I was playing.
Oh, that's cool. Did you
Yeah.
coach at all?
No,
No.
no. I
Okay.
want to coach later. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But
I don't
like,
know why I was thinking that. Maybe because my
no,
nephew coaches, and I'm like,
yeah, no, no. I do love the game. Like I always watch it in general. Like
yeah.
basketball. But like I would coach it. Just not right now. I'm too busy. Yeah.
Tell me what you think about like sports and how it shaped you.
I think it has to do with a lot. You know what I mean? As far as people getting failures. Like and in sports, it's a lot of like you're gonna get what you put into it, what you get out of it. So like if you're practicing all the time, like you're gonna be pretty good. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you're learning, you're a sponge to things. You're just not knowing all of it, and you just want to learn. You're gonna be in good hands. But I think the better you get, the harder it gets too. You know what I mean? You're gonna get in better competition.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's not the fact of like you're almost learning that in life because it's like the more money you get, the harder it gets. So it's like you're winning, but are you really winning? No, you're getting better at life, adapting to what the economy is throwing at you, what
Right.
life throws at you. You have a flat tire, a tree hit your house. Just all these things that are like coming at you that no one expects. You know what I mean? No one expects at all. But at the same time, it's like you kind of are like adjusting to that, and I feel like it won't be as new because you've dealt with that through sports.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
I think that's so great. There's a really big difference, right? When I think somebody has been involved in sports because they're learning like teamwork and they're learning failure.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, we lost.
Right.
Teamwork, failure, and adjustments, that discipline. Like,
Right.
I like my girls play softball. I see my girls like, I don't want to go practice sometimes.
You got to.
But they go and they do it, and then it just becomes a habit. They create all these little neural pathways, and I think all of that, the sports and how your parents raised you, really
Right.
has contributed to you having like this regular office job, and then you're still out there
Yeah.
doing your creative projects and
Right.
stuff.
Right. No, I think definitely. I think also too is with like for me as my kid, like if I'm gonna have her as a coach, I want the coach to yell. That's what kind of coach I want.
You
And
want
I
the coach
and,
to
and I
yell.
know that is in a sense is like it's gonna be the best for her because if he's not gonna yell at her, I'm gonna yell at her. You know what I mean? I just think like
Why you gotta
like,
yell for?
you gotta have like some sense of urgency. Kids don't
Yeah.
have urgency in general. It's
Okay.
that I think that's built into you. I don't think that's just like given. Like people wake up with urgency. There's like
I get that.
50-year-olds that are like sitting on the couch today and be like, "I'll get it next year."
I see.
You get what I mean? Like there's no urgency because it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
built into them.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you and I'm not and there's different ways of building into.
Sure.
My dad did it with the belt. I'll do it with words. You know what I mean? There's different ways you can do it, but at the same time, I think the urgency was built into someone, and that's something to have as an attribute in life. I feel like because that's kind of getting ahead in general. You know what I mean? You kind of have a hunch for things off the bat.
Yeah, you have a head start.
Yeah, because
For
you
sure. You
kind of
got
know.
that pattern, and then you just kind of keep repeating it, right? If it's
Yes.
worked for you.
Right, exactly.
So how often would you get in trouble from your dad, the parole officer?
Um,
A bunch of times.
I would say weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I'm like, dang, pretty often, It was always something. So it was either like grades,
Yeah.
going out, like, you know what I mean? Detention.
Yeah. You needed more
Sports.
attention. Yeah, you needed more
Yeah.
guidance and more direction. So he had to constantly be guiding you, right?
And I think honestly too is what's crazy is that when Salesian's an all boys school, so I think with going to an all boys school is
Yeah.
it's better than it's almost like going to a public school. It's crazy because you get away with so much shit. Sorry, for cussing.
Really? Do you really? No,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, you get away with so much, and it's because the motto there is just boys will be boys. You get what I mean? Like it's, dude. There were so many.
Interesting.
There were so many
Boys
times.
will be boys. What does that mean, Drew?
Well, I think in general, like, so there was a couple times we would walk in
Yeah.
and like you would help like you would do like certain things. Like my cousin, he would walk in one time and he had a bag full of grass because he was helping the gardeners down there, right? And he would walk in the classroom and wave the bag and be like, "Anyone want some weed?" And like there's all dudes in there. You know what I mean? So it's like it's gonna be hilarious. There's no girls, you know. Like, so
I see.
maybe the teacher's a girl, so she'll
yeah.
look at the guys and be like, it's like having like all boys as your sons.
Guys
You get what I
it.
mean? Like,
guys
yes,
get it.
got it.
so
got it.
you
Totally
get it. You know what I
get
mean? Like
yes.
if you were to walk in, you would die
I'd be
because.
laughing.
So that's kind of the shit
Okay.
I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they would be disciplined, but it was like it was like funny discipline. Like okay, you know when like you're in
funny.
sports and you know you do a slap on the ass because you did a good job. You know, like it's one of those, right?
Yeah, but guys do that
Right.
a lot. Yes.
So in a sense, it's like good shit. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's almost like the best thing you could have done. Like good.
yeah.
One time, like, my cousin walks in and he slaps the teacher on the ass again. He goes, "I love to see you," and it was like that. He did get in trouble for, but it wasn't like suspension. It was like just go to detention, and he was like, "Oh, I'm there."
Wait, the teacher?
The teacher
was
told
the
him.
teacher a male?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No. It was no.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, how
Yeah.
much?
No, not the females. My bad. Yeah, he was a male. But he was like,
Okay, so it
he was
was
also in
real.
sports too.
Yeah.
So he was like a teacher and he was like a track coach.
Okay.
So we kind of knew him as sports. So it was like, he knew what we were doing, but it was obviously in front of everyone. So he had to show like some discipline. So he was like, just go to detention. He's like, all right, I'm out of here. But it's like, the deans were cool as hell. You go in there, what'd you do? All right, just stay here for the next period.
Oh my god.
Because it was like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think.
It was
And
a
then
private school.
Yeah, then you had
Yeah, I
events all the
see.
time, so it was like, it's just funner, you know what I mean?
Was it? It was no girls though. So you guys
No.
had way
Sister
less
school.
distractions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what's crazy is I was getting good grades at that time.
Well, hello. Less distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started failing my junior year and sophomore year.
I wonder
No,
why.
I'm
Did you
kidding.
go to a
Yeah, I transferred to public schools.
those girls?
Women.
Oh, that's funny. So
Yeah.
let's tell me about how you started putting yourself out there, Drew, like with comedy. What is your parents think about you?
They love it.
Aw.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
I think it took them time to like it because it was such a I had to find myself before. Like I think comedy, at least for me, should be something that you should do as a hobby until you make it a career,
Yeah.
instead of someone trying to make it their career first.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
agree.
very comedy is the
Yeah.
lowest paying job in the world.
Yeah.
And everyone could back that up. You know what I mean? It's they don't and especially in LA, but comedy ain't gonna pay for it, brother.
Yeah.
I promise you. So you kind of have to find your niche of okay, what's gonna pay my grace
Yeah.
so I can do all my BS. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I got this paid for. I'm good to go do comedy because comedy's a night thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's daily thing for practice, but as people go to shows, all your fans are because they're coming after work. You know what I mean? It's not no one's coming to see you at 11 a.m. You know, so
Yeah.
I think when I found like, okay, I got my job covered, now I can focus
Yeah.
on comedy. So I started doing comedy in 2023,
Okay.
and I started
3 years.
doing skits in 2024, like the end of it. But yeah, I think at first it was the comedy. I didn't mind putting myself out there because they knew I wanted to be a comedian. So it was like, this is what I want to do. I think I was getting a little nervous when I was putting myself out there with skits.
Oh yeah.
At first, for my first one, because I was like, what if they don't like it? What if it's this? What if it's that? All the questions in general that everyone would
Right.
ask.
Yeah. How do you finally do it though? Because a lot of people want to
I
put themselves out there,
right.
and they stay spinning in like
I
they're
th-
too afraid.
Yeah, you know what? To me, I think it's what you surround yourself with. And sometimes if you can't do it alone, I think you should do it with someone. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think that's someone that's gonna back you up. And it's almost like jumping in a pool, like, and you're jumping into the deep end, right? I think everyone feels safer with like, hey, I'll go with you, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got you, bro. Like, if we gonna die, I'll die with you. And you're like, okay, I kind of feel better about dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
See, I got you.
you know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah.
It is, and it's
We're
the
gonna
thing
sing
is,
together.
yeah.
No, we ain't singing, boy.
We're not right.
But you see, and then look how easy that was.
Yeah.
You're not doing that. I'm not, and that's it.
Exactly.
And we'll jump. But the thing is like, if you don't have that person, and let's say you don't, The thing is, you're your own biggest supporter. So then, if you're your own
like that.
critic, why not
Yep.
be your own biggest supporter too?
Exactly.
know
I
what I
love
mean?
that. But see,
Yep.
Drew, how'd you get to that mindset, my dear?
By failing, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. You know
Nice.
what I mean? Trials and
Is
tributes.
it really
Yup.
failing? See, I
No,
always saw
lessons.
failure as like,
Lessons.
it's not even failure. Those are all steps. Those are all lessons that prepare us, right?
right.
That's how you've seen it.
Yeah, I think when you hold yourself to a certain standard too, you kind of see anything lower, you see not as a failure, but like a fall short, which is sometimes you do, and you do it in general. Like you've missed a step before, I promise you, on a stair.
Oh, yeah.
That's life. You're gonna slip a couple times. You know what I mean? And I can't count how many times I've slipped or thought about, oh, I shouldn't do this or should I do this? You know what I mean? Even before going on stage, I mean, you'll think of 100 things before you think of your set. Even though you have your set ready, you're like, oh shoot, should I switch it up? Oh wait, they're not laughing at that. Oh wait, they're laughing at this. So you're kind of just like
Wow.
in the moment of pivoting for them, but then you're like, okay, now you're losing the confidence. Because at first I was doing it for myself and I'm like, I'm good. You're going to laugh either way. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm going to demand it out of you,
Uh-huh.
the presence of me. If I look up there and I'm like, so the other day, and you don't believe me because I'm looking around.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was to look at you today and I was like, dude, I got pulled over today. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm.
You would be like locked in
Yeah.
because I'm looking right at you. And that's the present I have
Mm-hmm.
that's going to bring it out to you. And that's the confidence and goes back to all the value of like, oh, am I doing it for them now? You know what I mean?
So
I
I love what you're saying, like presence versus like
Right.
performing for others. I mean, it is performing, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
no, definitely.
But I think when you ground yourself that way,
Yeah.
right? I like that.
Yeah, I think also with breathing, you know, I think that's huge.
Do
It's
you do
weird.
that before you go on stage?
Yeah, I have like a 3-peat that I'll do. So
What do you
it's-
do? Teach
so,
us.
Okay, so before I go, I'll do like a. So it's
Oh, okay.
almost like
so it's
a.
3 and then the last 4.
Yeah. Yeah. So that way I do it at least 3 times. And it's almost like you're just like, you're airing
Ooh, I love
out
that. That's good.
everything that you just like, what you're feeling on that. Just take it in like, yeah, you're taking it in. Just. It's crazy. I don't know.
I
I think
love
that
that.
works for me every time
No,
I go.
it does.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know, I teach my patients like inhale through your nose 4 seconds in,
Yeah.
hold it 4, and then exhale out 8 seconds long because it'll activate the
Right.
parasympathetic part of your brain that just calms you. But that felt different.
I think it's before of like what you're feeling already. So
Yeah.
the wind is like catching like what
Right,
you're
that
feeling
feels
and what you're
different.
trying to like release.
Release, yeah.
see.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's-
Yeah.
Thank you for
So-
sharing that.
Right, no
Breathing
problem.
technique, Drew.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
other coping techniques do you
Right.
have?
I pray. I pray a lot. So
You know
good.
what? Let's
Yeah.
talk about
a
that
big one.
because I
Yeah.
think that goes hand in hand with like confidence. I think your confidence shows because I think you've had a great upbringing by your parents
definitely.
for sure. You know,
Definitely.
it shows,
Thank you.
right? So how did you deal with anxiety and
Anxiety.
self-doubt? I mean, like even early on.
Sports for sure, because I feel like big moments. But you know what's crazy?
What?
And this is just, I haven't said this,
Okay.
I promise you, but
Okay.
in big time moments, basketball used to, when I was very like active with it, I was very clutch. And I mean that as in like, we need a bucket and I'll get the bucket. Like, you know, I can do it and I'll win the game. And I think with that, it was like, I wasn't thinking right there anxiety. It was almost like I'm thinking my plan.
Okay.
So I think my plan was like confidence, like give me the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Like
locked in.
Channeling
Right,
that
be-
like
anxiety
locked in.
into the
Into a-
confidence and
right,
something else, that
right.
action.
And I didn't think I felt like that at all, and because I knew how much practice, because I put into it, how much I've done this before, how much like I've wanted to take these moments on. And basketball is, there's only one ball. In almost every sport, there's only one ball. So almost one person can do it. But at the same time, even if a guy is averaging 30 points a game, he's not always the guy that takes the last shot.
Yeah.
It's always someone that's like, hey, I didn't get a shot all game, but he bangs it. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But at the same time, I think that was with confidence. That's what got me, right? So I didn't feel it, but then as I got older
Yeah.
and then I switched to comedy, that's when it started hitting me, anxiety.
The anxiety, right? It came
Yeah.
back up.
And that was anxiety because it was like, okay, you want to be funny. And this was like very beginning. So do I feel it now? Nah. I think it's more like anxious. Like I want to get on.
It's excitement.
Yeah, yeah,
Is it more
yeah.
excitement? Like it's turned more
like
into that
I'm excited because like I like bigger crowds.
adrenaline. You're
Yeah,
hyped.
bigger crowds are easier to me, you know, because like
Oh, wow.
no, because you know what? No matter what, someone's gonna laugh. You get what I mean? And
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
in an intimate room, like 4 people, like 3 people, like one of you guys are bound not to laugh. So you know what I mean? It wouldn't feel as good as 300 people. I have a lot more chances of everyone laughing.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's almost like you just got to get over that first little. And I still feel it to this day. Like even when I'm on stage, like sometimes it takes me a few like
Moments
2 jokes.
To really feel it,
And
right?
then I'm
And
like, all right, then I'm locked in.
then yeah.
Yeah, then I'm grooving with you guys.
So Drew, how did you like? Who did you connect with? How did you get into like on stage? I mean, I see you make a lot of connections with different people, but who
Yeah.
helped you?
No one really, to be honest. I think I just was, and I would okay, I would say the comedy community, I would say, but in a sense of, because it was like in general, it was like a bunch of people. So, hey, would say, here, you should do this as far as, get your Instagram going. So then you want to do like, I think what producers and shows want to see, they want to see your presence. So are you really about being a comedian, or is this just like, hey, you went to a bar today and just tried it out?
Yeah.
So they like to see that, and I wanted to be serious. I was like, okay, I got to get pictures. I got to get this done. But I was going after the wrong thing. I was going after presence of how I looked instead of getting good.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Because you can look good, but then you go in the game and you suck. You know what I mean? And I've sucked plenty of times. There's plenty of,
How's that?
you know?
Oh,
Pause.
how is that, Drew? What was the worst one for you?
When the worst one is
Yeah.
when I first started. It was funny. It was
Did
at
they boo you off the stage?
no. It was actually at one
Did
of
they
my.
throw a tomato at you? I'm just kidding.
No. I wish, man. No,
That'd be cool, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Dodgeball.
Whoa.
Tough crowd.
Yeah. My homie Christian Saragoza just got salsa thrown at him. His video went out for like
that's
13
not-
million views. It was
Oh,
crazy.
no, are you
That's not cool.
serious?
Yeah, I was like, and he was funny. He was funny because he was like, "Hey, I've been trying to go viral, man, and this one is
there-
gonna get me." That had me dying. Shout out to him. There goes, was hilarious, bro. But yeah, no, I think the worst one was my first year.
Yeah.
I was. All right, I thought this was a good joke,
Okay,
but I was doing a
right.
hand job joke. All right, and I was doing the motion of it, and when I was doing the motion of the hand job joke, it was dead quiet. Right, so it was like,
Oh.
so like no
you're
one's
like-
laughing as I'm jerking off, like you know what I mean, myself, and no one's laughing at me. And then I started.
my gosh.
At one point, I was like, I looked and I was like, oh shoot, they're not laughing. I should just jerk off harder. So I started going harder, and then that's when the guy was like, in the blue was like, boo, you suck. Like that. I started laughing though. It was really funny.
You started going.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
That was
That's
Yeah.
pretty freaking funny.
those moments make you. You know what I mean? Those moments make you because you don't know how to handle them. So you kind of just like, oh shoot, I think I do suck.
I'm just picturing it on.
Yeah, you're kind of just like now laughing at it. Like,
I don't
yeah.
know why they didn't. I would have been rolling.
Right?
Thank you. Very nice.
Especially when you went harder. Like,
Wait, you guys aren't laughing? Okay, I'm going too soft.
You know?
Oh, I know what it is.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, funny. That's cool. So, and I see, and you still keep putting yourself out there. What's your
Yeah.
favorite one so far?
For the skits?
Yeah,
Um,
like a recent one. Can you talk about a recent one that you really had fun with? And
I think. Okay, you know what's crazy is, it's all right and where I'm at with the views and stuff with it. I don't really care about the views, but I like it because I like the action of it. And I don't know if you've seen the one where it's like when you went back to a 2000s party. It was like a 2000s party, and like people are like drinking. Someone's doing like a little linea on the side, like
Oh, I
people,
think I saw
right?
that
Okay,
one.
and then I took a drink, and then I fell on the table, right, and I broke it. I think I like that one the most.
Nice.
And it's
You know-
crazy because a lot of people don't like that one, but I like it because I like I've been wanting to get into more of that, like Saturday Night Live action.
yeah.
So like I'm kind of finding that niche again and putting
Ooh.
that stuff back out there, bringing back the vintage comedy. As you've seen, I brought
I
back
love that.
the bunch of movies that I've been bringing back for vintage comedy. So.
Tortellini.
Oh yes,
Oh my God.
the Goodfellas one.
The
I did that.
Goodfellas.
Nice.
Yeah, people like that one, the Goodfellas
That's so
one.
cool.
When I did the Goodfellas one, we were really just like kind of like grab like what we've seen as monumental moments and just bring it into like what's updated right now with like popping of like tortas. You know what I mean? So like tortas are popping right now. You hear it
They
everywhere.
are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think they've always been popping. What's up? You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. But the thing is, like,
I
shout out to all my
think so
tortas out there. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I work with them all. I
think
love
so
them.
too.
Right,
You know?
Absolutely.
They make the world go round.
Right.
Literally.
Positive body image.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hell
Exactly.
yeah. That's why when we do these torta skits, I always tell like shout out to my actors that help me out. But one of them was like, hey, like sometimes I don't really like the jokes, but you know what? But I see the funniness in them, and then I do like them. And I was like, I told her, girl, I promise you. You were like the leader in front of all the tortas right now, taking the bullet of like whatever joke is gonna come out, you're gonna lead them to the way of laughter. Because there's been so many girls that comment on it, they're like feel so much better about themselves just because they're laughing at the fact that we're not literally saying like, ew, we're like egging it on like, hell yeah, what's up?
Empowering.
Yeah.
And it's like we're making it funny with like movies. So I think that's what I kind of wanted to twist with it, and it's been working. It's really
It
weird.
has. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
You write a lot of stuff too.
I write so much.
You write for other people.
A lot. I write so much for a
Wow.
lot of people.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I
How
like.
long have you been writing for?
You know what's crazy?
3 years or?
I wrote 3 years prior to get on comedy, so I think I've been writing for about like 6 years now, 7 years.
It's amazing,
So,
Drew.
Yeah, I wrote way before I got on comedy, and then before I got on, it was like a New Year's resolution, like this year I'm gonna get on, and that's how I got on. It wasn't even nothing like that. It was just I got to do something. I got to pursue it if I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep writing. You know.
Tell me about your faith, because it seems like you are a man of faith. Like
Very.
you don't, like you probably walk the talk.
Yeah. I mean, I try to. You know what I mean? In this day and age, I think I like. Shout out to my pastor, Jeff Vines. He's at I don't know if you guys.
What church?
He's at One and All Church. You should check it out. He does San Dimas, Rancho,
Oh,
Corona. I think he has one in Corona. I'm not gonna lie, and
Okay.
in Westco.
okay.
Great pastor. But yeah, check it out. One and All Church. He's
One and All Church.
yeah, he's great,
and
and
All
I
Church.
really like him because
Mm-hmm.
he explains what he's talking about in each verse.
Okay.
And it's not just it is from the Bible, but it's not just reading the Bible. We're gonna read the Bible, and no knock to it, but sometimes people get lost in translation of the Bible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and I think we feel bad, and don't feel bad for not understanding what we don't practice, because nevertheless, we don't go to church to get paid. We have to provide for our family. We go to church to have faith and to believing something that's greater than ourselves, and we could put ourselves out there and be the best versions of ourselves. We check in with him. It's almost like checking in, like, how am I doing?
Yeah.
Because we have a purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think being strong with that, and everything out in this world was put out in front of you, like toxic, gas prices, economy, like things that go against each other. Like it's even like sports. If you think about it, sometimes sports aren't good because you're like,
Right.
dang, like some people don't even want to go to Dodger games anymore, and it's
I
sad.
know.
Yeah.
It's sad to be
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
Now, some people would rather say, I'll take the freaking prices. I don't care. I don't feel safe. That's what it is. And it's like, damn, bro, like, did we have to get to sports like that? Like, you guys don't even play. How are you tripping on them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If anything, I'm tripping on it's because I'm betting on them. That's about it. You know what I mean? That's about it. But as far as like, do I really care? Nah, I'm just there. We're gonna have a good time. We're watching some pros do their thing.
Exactly.
You know, let's let them play. Let's let them hoop. Let them do what they do, and let's drink to it. Let's bet on them.
But
You know,
it's
that's
gotten
it.
to
It's gotten to like I don't like what you're wearing.
too political.
Yeah,
and
it's like
too...
you know what I mean? Like, I'm a Giants fan, and the reason I'm a Giants fan is because I like underdogs. I like the people that don't like a lot of the wave. You know what I mean? I like the difference because those guys work harder. Those guys are not seen. And if you think about it, a lot of like Dodgers, Lakers, Rams, like these are all LA teams that are big out there, but I think they're so bought and so like organized to like this is how we're gonna be and this is how we're going to win. That it's almost like, it's kind of boring to me. There's no competition to me. When you bring so many people to, like, one team to be that good. Like, I think the Dodgers are going to do a three-peat. And that's just off the fact that they brought everyone and bring everyone. But to me is, if that's business, that's business. But where are you even that good? Or are they chilling on there? I think they're chilling. You know what I mean? Do they just kick it all day? So the thing is, go back to, I like underdog teams because no one watches them, and most of the time they're trying to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like those guys.
You enjoy that. I like the underdog too.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Right?
everywhere.
Yeah, I do.
They work harder. I promise you.
Yeah.
Is it that? I never even thought of it
Well, if
being
you watch
that they work harder.
if you watch
I
basketball, I'm a Portland Trailblazer fan,
Oh.
and
I
if you watch
don't
them,
know nothing about
okay,
Oh, no, I love
but-
basketball too. So.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you watch basketball, this team is like there's no names on there. Like you would not know a name if I threw it at you.
Oh.
Right? But they're in the playoffs. And the reason they're in the playoffs is because they play like a team. They have no guy on there that's going to be ball dominant. I need the ball all the time. It's like you actually are watching basketball.
Oh, got it.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks. Things change.
Things change.
Sucks. But like, nothing you could do, That's what comes with confidence, I feel like, in life, just people are that's what comes with social media, too, is people are so advanced. Like, I have a joke for comedy is that, dude, think about this. In 10 years, you're going to be able to go to a comedy show and just scan the comic, and you'll be able to know everything about him. If he has AIDS, how many husbands has he heartbroken right now? What's his blood temperature like? And it's going to be so advanced with, like, what you, like, in, like...
Does that scare you?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is scary.
I mean, you could.
There's no privacy. You're gone.
There's
Yeah.
no
It's
privacy.
gone.
That's true.
No privacy.
Gone.
Yeah.
Your privacy is taken?
Yeah.
Before you know it, they're going to have cameras on your shower curtains.
No,
Then how you going to know?
we have privacy. We have HIPAA. We have HIPAA laws.
true.
Don't you know?
But the thing is,
It's true.
you know what's crazy is now they have, what's it called on the freeway? You read about that? That now they're going to be able to detect from
I
cameras
heard.
just off your heartbeat of someone being in the car.
What?
Imagine the guy doing cocaine in there.
I don't
Right.
know
They're
about
like, oh yeah,
that.
there's 3 dudes in there. There was actually just one. We found like 6 heartbeats on that guy. That'd be crazy,
6 heartbeats.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Mexicans. I know it was.
Oh
Minivan.
my gosh. So Drew, what
to
would
me.
you tell a younger somebody like trying to get into comedy and who's really passionate and wants to put themselves out there but kind of lacking confidence right now? What would you say?
I would say, I mean, it's easier said than done, but just do it. You know what I mean? It's you're gonna have that question even when you're doing it. So I can't even tell you. It's like that question won't go away at all because you're gonna have that question now for your set, and you're gonna have that question now for this set, for this room, because then you got to adapt for so many different people. Because the beauty thing about comedy is that I can have the same set for 5 different shows, and it'll go 5 different times differently.
Okay.
It will never go the same.
Oh, is that how it is?
Crazy. I can have the same set, and if you watch 5 different shows with 5 different crowds, you'll see how they react.
And is that with most comics? That's just how it is with the crowds?
Yeah. I mean, because you're getting a different crowd every day.
You know, it actually reminds me of
Yeah.
brain spotting. You know, when I brain spot, we get a different thing every time.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know,
time.
it's just very, how cool.
Yeah,
So
very
you feel
scary.
the energy just changes and
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of, at least for, I mean, comics do this a lot. At least for, yeah, I've seen veteran comics and rookie comics do it a lot. But let's say you're on stage. I'm sorry. Let's say you're on the lineup, and even the lineup is like an anxiety thing, right? So you're looking at like, okay, I'm third.
okay.
So now
oh
you gotta
gosh.
match. So now you gotta watch two people before you, but then you gotta watch the host, and if they're all killing,
Ooh.
right?
Now now you
Yeah.
are
You gotta
like
keep
really
right.
activated.
keep that
Right. So
energy.
Right?
so now you're looking at the lineup, and it's two different things.
Yeah.
What you're feeling, right? So now you're working two different things, but then you're thinking of the third thing, of which comes back to my last question of what you just said. Of what should I do? This? Should I do that? I'm thinking of that, and I'm 3 years in. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's the question is never gonna go away. So I always tell people like,
Just do it.
Just do it. I promise you, you're gonna think that still, even while you're thinking,
Well, that's
even
the
while
reps.
you're jumping.
That's the working the muscle. That's the
Yeah.
practice. That's like
Yeah.
the reps. You just do it. You do it. You
Reps.
do it, and then it just like,
And that's what comedy
and
is.
then there's your neural pathways, and then it's just there.
Yeah. So that's what comes down to anxiety of that lineup. You know what I mean? Of like,
Wow.
okay,
But
now-
you've done a great job working through all of that. Do you see other people work through that too? Like,
yeah. Some
Yeah.
people have their niches. Like me, I paced.
oh, yeah,
So like I'll go left and right. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, come on, we're locked in. Like, you know, I talk to myself a lot.
yeah.
You know, because you're big,
Affirmations.
yeah.
Tell me about that. You use a lot of. I was hearing a little bit of a podcast that you were on, and they were asking you about like how how you've accomplished certain things and about manifestation. And I loved how you're
Yeah.
like, well, I pray.
Yeah,
you
and then I
know?
tell myself
love
every
that.
day,
Yeah,
like-
and how you use affirmations.
Like I'm gonna be one of the best comedians. I'm gonna be one of the best content creators. I'm going to challenge myself to do better. I'm going to get more opportunities in my life.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
I
just
am.
yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's what's like you have a goal, and even like I tell myself like writing stuff down. You know, when you write something down, there's most of the time, 80% of the time, you're gonna fill it out.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so true. Because your
interesting.
subconscious already
That's true.
recorded it.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of goes, right? So often we're operating from subconscious, and that's
Yeah.
amazing when you can be like actually intentional and write it down.
Right. And
Oh,
then
good. You're helping your brain.
right.
Get
like,
you there.
Yeah. I have like all my
Right.
skits of what I need to do. So I'll do like 4, right? One day. Like we have to do 4. Like it has to be done. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. You know what's crazy is that
What?
when it doesn't work out, I still get very down. Like the other day, it hit me the other day. Like we did like 3 skits and like 2 of them only worked.
Okay.
And I got really frustrated, you know, and I did question myself, like, dang, like already question myself, like, damn, like, am I funny? Like, is this for me?
Yeah, that happens.
You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
And it's like, I think we need to learn that it's okay to question yourself
Yes.
and not be so robotic of like, you need to have no feelings and think everything is going to be all right the whole time, you know? Which
Yeah.
comes back to failure of like, these
Yeah.
things failed, but they didn't fail.
Right.
They were just off. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's all it was.
Right.
It was the next little step.
Right.
That's it. It was more data.
Exactly. Exactly. And I
And
think
then you
that's
use it and you tweak it and like, okay. But the the negative emotions sometimes of like, damn, am I good? The doubt, the
It still hits me.
Pressure,
It still hits me
embarrassment,
to
like
this
pressure.
it's
day.
all, yeah.
It still hits me to this day. And
Yeah.
people will think like how you're saying, I'm working with a lot of people. People will think like, oh, like you got it going on for you. You got this, you got that. Like, I don't. I always tell everyone, no, I don't. Like, and I think I want to stay right there as I don't, because I don't want to be happy with what I got. I kind of just want to be proud. Does that make sense? And I think
Yes,
those
you
are
wanna-
those are two different happinesses. You know what I mean? Like you could be proud of your kid for taking that charge and taking that hit. You know what I mean? But are you happy we lost? You know, are you happy? You know, I'm not happy we lost, but I'm proud of you for taking that hit. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
a difference.
There
you know?
is.
So
You're operating
Absolutely.
from a different
Yeah.
space.
right. So I think I'm proud of like what I accomplished. I'm
Your
proud of it.
work.
Yes.
And so your desire is to just put out really good work.
Right, exactly. And that's what I want to put out
You
Quality shit.
are. You know which one I like?
Which one?
The one. There's the one where you're rolling down the hill.
Oh my gosh, everyone loves that one. It's crazy. Everyone likes that one a lot.
Dude, the first time I saw it, I was like, who is this dude? Who is this dude? I was like, you know what? It kind of reminded me of Concrete.
Yeah.
I think he
Concrete.
he has some of
He
those
has
where
all
he
those-
does that.
yeah.
But when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this guy is so funny.
Thank you. Yeah.
It was
Actually, shout out to Concrete. Dude. That guy has paved a way for a lot of Latinos as far as
Yeah.
like what he brings to the community of comedy,
Mm-hmm.
the community of skits. What he's doing now is phenomenal. I mean, the guy's a hard worker. So, like I tell everyone, you're gonna get in what you put in. What he's getting, it's not a surprise because of how hard the guy works.
correct.
You know what I mean? He's his right hand man, also with Valentino. You know, who I'm with as well. A bunch of times, just working with him, like I said, being around him makes me want to be better because he's a different energy.
Yeah, I think that's great. Like you getting around the right people, you know,
Right.
because I always think like iron sharpens iron,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, it has
Very
to.
true.
You have to. So
Yeah, and those guys have granted me to like push to other people, like, hey, like I'm doing this with someone. Can you write for me? Can you do this for me? Like, I love helping.
that's
out.
how
So-
it happens,
yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then one door opens, and then they open another
Yeah.
door, and
Yeah.
that's awesome, Drew.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Okay, let's see.
Talk to me.
We gotta introduce my my MSW intern here in a
There
bit.
we
But
go.
before we do that, let's see.
Have we talked that long? Dang.
Went by quick, right?
It always
told
goes
you.
by quick, yeah. Therapy thoughts, mental health. I mean, no thoughts on therapy? Be honest.
Therapy. I think it's very needed in the male community.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I really think that's.
What a nice segue to
Yeah.
introduce my intern.
There it
Yeah,
is.
I totally agree.
And I think it's almost like that new wave of you know, when we were kind of embarrassed of the ADHD, we were embarrassed of being in therapy because
Yeah.
it's so soft.
Talking
Right.
about our
So
feelings.
so we say it's so
Right.
soft, right?
It's
'Cause
not. It's the hardest thing you could do,
Right.
actually.
Yup.
And then you think about it, it's like we're only gonna put words of what we think is happening, what's happening. So if you think it's it's not macho enough for you, you're the only one thinking that.
Yeah.
And I tell everyone this. I promise this. And this comes from a
Question.
good heart for everyone, I promise you, okay? I promise you. For everyone out there. And I mean this as in confidence. Okay, read between the lines of what I'm saying. No one cares about you. Okay? And I mean that as in whatever you do, you are gonna have people that are not gonna care, but pretending to care. And then you're gonna have people that have nothing to do with you. And I mean they don't pay your bills.
Oh yeah.
They don't give you gas money.
Right.
They're nowhere to be found. Do they text you? When's the last time they talk to you? You know, and it's not mad to ask that. You're just asking the questions. Like some people should be supportive during the times that we're just chilling, during the times that we just need you. Not, and I don't mean that literal like no one cares about you, but I'm saying like no one knows you to be like, hey, we're gonna focus on this person and make fun of him. Don't think like that. That's your only thought, that all those people are you. Everyone you're thinking about of like, oh, they're not gonna like this. They're not. That's only you. There's no one saying that to you.
That's great insight, man.
Because
Well, it's
it really
your
is.
own. Yeah.
Because every single person, this guy said that, this guy said that. No. They have someone that they're thinking about, and they're thinking about what you're thinking about. How do they know that you're not thinking the same thing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think that is really inside of people like, dang, no one, you start to look at like, dang, no one really does know me. No one does really care.
No one does really think
So let
about
me
me that
just-
much. So let me just be
let me
free
j-
and let me
yeah,
just do my thing.
Right.
And
Exactly.
do it. And
that's the place of like freedom, right? when
Yes,
you're able to
freedom.
really see that, like, also when you're able to pick up on people's projections, you
Yeah.
come across this,
yeah,
right? Where people like, you pick up on them and
you see how free they are. You
that part, but then the other part too, right? Like the bad part. Have you
Yeah.
experienced that? And it's like, you know, when you know it's not yours and it's theirs,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that's not coming from me. That's all yours, all right.
Exactly.
It's all good. And you keep doing your
Very
thing and you
true.
keep being, yeah,
Very
But
I hear you.
that little part of acknowledging it
Yeah.
and kind of knowing what it is, that's the hard part where they can't distinguish.
That's the awareness.
So
where
it's
you
almost
have
like
to
getting
really.
to that little island
Self-awareness,
where you're
right?
going to jump over. It's that little island you can land on and just land on it hard. Like, I got it. This is me. I'm the only one thinking this. No one cares.
I love that.
I'm not the Kardashians.
I'm not the card. I like how you do that. Like,
You know, you land
just
there.
land it.
And then you jump off. Boom, you're back
and
in.
yeah, that's it. And you go.
Yeah, because the fall is like, oh, I'm going to fall. No, you're landing on something. Land on your confidence.
So,
That's very true.
Yeah.
so our listeners, I know we have like 4 minutes.
Oh,
But-
that was quick.
I want to introduce Francisco Villegas, who is my MSW
Yes.
intern. And Francisco, thank you for coming and thank you for
having
hanging
me
out
here.
with
Yeah,
me
no,
and
thank you.
Drew.
What a
And
great show.
I love that you're like really into it.
Right,
You know?
it was a really great show. I
Thank you.
really enjoyed it, but
He's
Yeah.
pretty
I'm
awesome.
excited.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
I'm really excited to be here.
So
So,
tell our listeners, I brought you on because Francisco is going to be starting to give individual and group sessions under my supervision. And so can you tell our listeners a little bit about
yeah,
yourself?
absolutely. Like you stated, my name is Francisco. This is my second year of interning for my MSW. I'm currently attending Grand Canyon University. My first year of interning, I interned at it's a local mental hospital at a mental facility at Banning where I grew up at. Part of Counseling and Wellness Services. If they're listening, shout out to them.
Oh, hey.
But that was my first year, so this will be my second year, and yeah, like it's just been a journey. So I'm looking forward to interning with you, and I know I'm in great hands, and I'm ready.
I'm ready for
And
you.
I'm bilingual too, so
So that's a great thing, you guys, about Francisco. Francisco is very well versed in like recovery work, 12 steps,
anxiety.
depression, anxiety, and he is bilingual. Like he speaks Spanish. He's going to be practicing in Spanish,
Yes, absolutely.
English, and like the sessions. I'm super excited about this.
Me too.
Because
Me too.
very affordable. It's going to be like $25 per
Right.
session.
Yeah.
That's like really great. And I think part of it is to, bridge that gap of mental health and getting more people the help that they need.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's such a great price because there's people that cannot afford it. They don't have medical insurance.
Medicare or
So
anything like that. So
I'm so
that's
excited.
a great alternative, right? It's a great alternative
It is.
to get those resources and be able to, sort of reach out to that community that, maybe can't afford it. So
That's right.
I think
Are you ready?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. So
That's
I'm looking
awesome.
again. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah,
You're going to do great.
I know they got a DMU, right? As far as okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll set up something more formal. But,
Okay.
So yeah, guys, Francisco will be available, and on that note, that went by very, very fast, right? Like super fast. But thank you guys for listening in. Don't forget, subscribe on YouTube, Soul to Soul, and it's like Soul, S-O-L. And then tune in next month. But before we go, Drew, can you
Yes.
please tell, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Drew Laughs, or you can just type in Drew Martinez. I'll come up
Martinez.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Instagram,
yeah,
TikTok, YouTube.
you guys have to check him out. Check him out and hire him. And he's awesome. And he's so, you're so kind and you're so
Thank you.
respectful and so receptive. And so
you.
I think you're going to do really, really awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I
appreciate
wish
that.
you the best. And thank you so much for taking the time out
No, thank you for
to
having
coming
me.
on my show and just sit with me and chatting with me about these things.
Thank you for having me. It was a great show. It was awesome.
It was a pleasure
Thank you.
being here with you and
Thank you.
listening about the stuff that you had to talk about. And
Yeah.
I can really relate to a lot of stuff that he was saying. So
Good.
Yeah,
No, it's for
Okay.
everyone out there.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any final words?
The silver teeth.
The silver teeth, and the no
Silver
sabo
Teeth,
kid.
come see that joke if you guys want to see it in general. It's a pretty good one.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah.
can't wait.
All right.
All right, you guys have a good night. Till next time.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
I feel like my face.